Well, the new year's here, and as much as I may be a little behind on making a video about it, I thought I would make a video instead on how many hours I spent in shooters this past year of 2017. And it's always good to reflect on the past, so these are my top 5 multiplayer shooters I've spent the most time on. Number 5 on hours spent on a game in 2017 goes to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. After looking at my career stats of the gameplay this past year, I found that I've clocked 31 hours and 33 minutes into this game. Now, amidst all the hate the Call of Duty gets for their never-changing gameplay year in and year out, I can say that I really do like Black Ops 3 for being very colorful, unrealistic, and not boots to the ground. Out of the couple of futuristic titles Activision has put out, like Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare, this one takes the cake for me. Whatever it is Treyarch is doing, they're doing it right. Now for the number 4 of hours spent on multiplayer games in 1 year goes to...
Now, I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
Yeah, Titanfall 2. There are 2 games on this list that I consider masterpieces, and this is the first one. I logged 32 hours and 30 minutes into the multiplayer mode of this game, but to me the true masterpiece, I believe, comes in the story mode. Respawn does something special with this game as a follow-up to Titanfall, which didn't really have a story campaign. This game of the whole list, this game has the best campaign I've played this year. I felt emotionally connected to the story between Jack Cooper and BT. I felt bad for them as they go through this depressing world of being a people under attack. But most importantly, it was never boring and it was really fun to play. Some of the most intense moments of this year playing a game has been with combat between Titans in multiplayer. In and out, a fun game, and I can't wait to see what Respawn does to follow this one up. And number 3 goes to... Battlefield 4. This is where I've really stepped up the number of hours in multiplayer this year. I have 113 hours in Battlefield 4 multiplayer. Now, to some people that still may not seem like a ton, but hey, with school, work, and a wife, that is an accomplishment to me. I would have started playing this much earlier if I had an Xbox One sooner. Some people may take this the wrong way, but growing up in high school, my favorite game was Modern Warfare 3. So to this day, it is still my favorite Call of Duty game, but the reason I bring that up is, in my opinion, Battlefield 4 the multiplayer feels like the kind of Modern Warfare game that I would have wanted after Modern Warfare 3. The number of weapons to use in this game is overwhelming. It is so much fun to try to try out a new weapon that I have never heard of or ever seen before. It's never ending. Better yet, this game is still kicking. I've never had a problem finding a full server on the Xbox. I can't say how it is on PC or PS4, but never had a problem. I go back and play this game at least a couple times a month now, and it still gives me that same feel. And number 2 on my list goes to...
May the Force be with us.
Star Wars Battlefront. Or how EA wants you to say it, Star Wars Battlefront EA. So, there was a lot of crap when this game launched, much to do with little content, a lot to do with there being a lack of a campaign mode, and these are all valid arguments. I completely missed that time of problems with this game. I purchased the game over a year after release with all the DLC additions, and it was pretty cheap, and I absolutely loved it. I spent 120 hours in the multiplayer of this game this year alone. If you have followed my channel for a bit or have seen my workspace, Star Wars is one of my passions. So getting a new Battlefront game, albeit more of a demo, was my way of getting back into the universe from the Grunt's perspective. I'm not gonna give a game review, but it is to this day the game that has almost given me a heart attack by the intensity of some of the battles I've played in. I loved it, but still due to its flaws, it is not the other masterpiece I speak of. And the last on my list of most time spent in multiplayer goes to Battlefield 1. Number 1 should have been very easy to guess. Battlefield 1, in my opinion, is one of the best shooters to have ever been made. To me, standing tall next to Modern Warfare 3 and Halo 3. It consistently proves to me of its master caliber, with each DLC content drop and a great studio to community interaction week in and week out. Alright, pause. Small edit point. While I was recording this, I realized I didn't say how many hours I put into Battlefield 1. The number is 210 hours this past year thing. The reason I like Battlefield 1 more than the recent Call of Duties is because there's just so much more to do out on the battlefield. It's not just run and gun. There's tactics, you work as a team. Everything about it is so much more. And I just love this game. And like I said, it should have been really easy to guess if you know anything about my channel. So yeah, that was my year, 2017, and all that time spent. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen this year. All the new games that are to come out. I'm really excited for whatever Battlefield 2018 is going to be. So we'll see where this goes.